Hi, my name is Daniel Dye. I'm with Advance Insurance in Las Vegas, and today I want to talk about the best insurance for contractors in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you're a contractor in Nevada, after you get your license and you get your bond in place for your license, you're going to need two types of insurance. The first one is general liability, and the second one is workers' comp. Without these types of insurance, you probably won't be able to get onto any job sites because most of them are going to require proof of that coverage before you can start your job. We're not going to explore the ins and outs of general liability and workers' comp in this video, but just realize that those are the two most basic types of insurance that all contractors have to carry. We've been in Las Vegas since 1989, almost 30 years, and we've written all types of contractors. We write contractors liability insurance for general contractors and property developers, custom home builders, electrical contractors, plumbing contractors, HVAC contractors, flooring, masonry, landscape, pretty much any type of contractor we've written before and we have experience with. A lot of times the contractor's looking first at what is this premium going to cost me. In the contractor world, a lot of things get bid out, and most of the time the job will go to the lowest bidder or the person that can do the job for the right price. Premium is an important part of your insurance program, but it's not the only part. But let's talk about premium for just a second. How does an insurance company calculate your premium? The first thing the insurance company has to do is they have to understand how much exposure they have or how much exposure you are giving them as a contractor. You see, they're going to give you a general liability policy with $1 million limit or higher. So they want to understand what kind of exposure. Are they dealing with a one-man operation, a 10-man, a 50-man operation? What kind of exposure do they have? And with contractors, a lot of the exposure comes from labor or the job. So they're going to use payroll or your labor cost as the primary factor to calculate your premium. That's a very easy way for the company to see how big of contractor are we dealing with here. Some other companies are going to use other types of rating like number of owners, number of workers. We've seen that before. With general contractors where you're talking about lots of different trades, the company might, for a general contractor, just base your premium on your gross annual revenue. That's a lot easier to do. Sometimes contractors will present 2 or 3 different options for them, and they ask, well, which company should I go with? The pricing might be all over the place, or it might be pretty close. At that point, it's really important for us and the contractor to understand what the needs are. What types of jobs are you doing? What general contractors are you working with? And what are the requirements of those contracts? You see, not all insurance policies are equal. The general liability policy is a standard form, but then after that, there's lots of different add-ons, we call them endorsements, that will change the way your policy responds to certain types of things. An additional insured endorsement is a very common one that you've probably heard about before, and we need to make sure that your policy offers the right kinds of additional insured endorsements. There's not just one. A waiver of subrogation is also another type of endorsement that's very common. More contracts are asking for contractors' pollution liability, contractors' professional liability, maybe even technology errors and omissions. If you're a contractor that's installing smart devices on the job, you might have a technology exposure, believe it or not. The Target breach that happened was from an HVAC contractor. So we got to make sure we put you with the right company. We can't just give you a price, take your premium, and say it's all good. We want to make sure that what we're giving you is actually going to do what you need it to do when you need it to do it. So some of the companies that we use, they're all A-rated companies, and a lot of times your contracts are going to require a certain carrier rating. We can't write you with a B or C rated company because then you wouldn't be satisfying your contracts. So we write with Liberty Mutual, with AmTrust, We can write larger contractors with CNA and Travelers. Another carrier you've probably heard about is the Hartford. We've written workers' comp for contractors with them for a long time, and now they're starting to get into doing liability for contractors here in Nevada. We write some other companies called Colony, Acceptance Indemnity, Occidental, Crum and Forrester is a good one for environmental contractors, your restoration and remediation contractors. One company that we use for smaller operations is MetLife. They don't just write life insurance. They actually have a commercial product for certain contractor classes. It's a very competitively priced, and it's a pretty good policy. So whatever it is, give us a call, fill out a quote form below, and let us run some numbers for you and show you what we can do. Thanks for watching.